get in church, there's a group of people on the old school, the one truth that's going to reach people. Aren't people from the world coming to church to hear truth and not being secularized? I mean, I'm talking from a young person.
Yeah. That's a tough. It's tough, but it's not, because honestly, not everyone has that same experience. So what I mean by that is the people. Now Mount Ruby has a very active worship service. I'm just gonna make that very clear. Like, people. There's room for people to sit. There's room for people. Room for people to sit. Room for people to stand. Music is lively. And there's a reason for that, which we can get into in a second. But with that being said, not everybody who has come from the club comes into Rubidoux, and because music is louder or faster says, oh man, it's just like the club. Like, that's not everybody's experience. Now, if they came into my church and I'm playing Drake, they might be like, oh, okay. So I think unfortunately we make a connection that loud or light or something automatically means someone connects it back to that. The second thing I would say is, when it comes to this idea of methodology, which is what we're really arguing, Jesus was concerned with message and not as much method. And what I mean by that is, the way Jesus went about doing things was completely different than the way they did it in the Old Testament. But the message was still the same. And so what we've got to say is, okay, if our music is more lively, is the content of the music still the same? Now, if I'm changing the content, which takes people's focus in a completely different direction, that's one thing. But I'm saying, no, we're still the same message. Christ, Him crucified, da-da-da. We just go about it a different way. That's completely different. And so I would challenge people to ask, where can you show me that this beat is worldly? If that makes sense. It's not the beat that's necessarily worldly, it's what people do to the beat that's worldly. Because a lot of these hymns, where are they here? The tune for that was not originally for the church. Even some of the tunes for this were sung to slaves as they were being brought over on the ship. But guess what we'll do willingly? Like, we'll just say, and I'm just going to be very frank. When it comes to this music thing, it's a very prejudiced, racist kind of thing that our church unfortunately struggles with that. Because I'm going to tell you, the music that we deem appropriate is of a European nature. Anything that's not like that is not. Yes, take us in back. How much more time do you want me to take, bro? How many more do you want? It's about 5 minutes. We got 5 minutes. That's it. 5 minutes. Yes?
What would you say to a member who is struggling with bringing a friend to the church for fear of the church?
Yeah, don't bring them until it's safe. You are the church, so you bring church to them. Do not bring someone to a safe place. I love what Henry Wright said. He said, more people will be lost, he believes, it's not scriptural, he just believes, more people will be lost because of bad religion than no religion at all. Jesus fought mostly not with the people who didn't believe, but with the people who did believe but acted crazy. So, do not bring your friends to an unsafe place. Do not bring your friends to a boring place. Like, you do not want their first experience with church to be like, when is this over? What is he talking about? That's one of the reasons I preach serious. Because I always want my members to know, if they bring somebody, what I'm talking about. Can you imagine that one day we're talking about the mark of the beast and the Catholic Church, and they bring their Catholic friends? Because we don't even think about that. We just think, oh, it's supposed to happen. So my thing is, make your church safe first, then you can bring them into the building. If it's not safe yet, you bring the building to them. Because you are the church. Remember, we're the church. We're the temple. Yes, I think the last one.
Yeah, I think also too, in allowing the church to be a community, is that we got to be willing to tell our testimonies. It's as if, okay, this is the way this is what I've noticed. It's like so many people in the congregation have a testimony. They've been through stuff.
Yeah.
They have not been what they appear to be all their life. Meaning, they appear to be a holy person. But you didn't start off that way. And we've allowed church to be so uncomfortable that not only are people unwilling to tell their present circumstances, but they're unwilling to tell their testimony.
You know, to be able to share. But I'm gonna tell you this: nobody's gonna give a real testimony in an unsafe place. The other thing too that I'm not trying to be mean. I'm waiting for a church that's so safe, and I just praise God. You know, I believe my church is safe this way. Don't we always give our testimonies after the fact? What about the person who can stand up and testify about what they're going through? Like I can stand up and say, "Hey, y'all, I'm struggling with addiction now." It's not, I haven't been conquered it. But we gotta be transparent, especially with our older generation. You know, we act like we've never done anything. You know, we say things like the things I used to do, I don't do anymore. The places I used to go, I don't go anymore. And the reason you don't do those things anymore is you're too old now. You know, it's like, the places you used to go, you don't go anymore because they're closed. Like, so it's not like there's been this change. I mean, your kids are not dumb. You've been married 16 years and they're 18 years old, right? Like they can see when your anniversary was. So share the story. Wisdom in the Bible is defined as learning from other people's mistakes. You guys share it with your kids. Come on. Guys, thank you so much. Pray for the church is awesome.
Before the choir sing again, I have one announcement, maybe two. Our church has been, you know, the pastor of the church beginning in January this year. I have the pastor of the church beginning in January this year, so I just have a few months here with you. Behind the scenes, the elders in the church will have been working. We have been working, structuring a strategic plan that we can start to go out as well. Remember you made the surveys and us and so forth? That strategic plan is complete now. And we're going to present it to you soon.